Alright, welcome to another edition of Soto Desperado Plays Star Wars The Old Republic. I found an access point that's giving me elevated access, and I'm thinking maybe this is it. It started where the main base is, like right here, going all the way around. And I don't know if this is it. This might be it. It might be. I don't know for sure. But it does look like it's giving me elevated access. It may or may not be connected. I don't know. But this is the sort of thing I look for to try to get access to those little hidden corners. And let's see. You see how it is? It just keeps going and going and going. And it's like, well, okay. No, I guess this is not it. It's too bad. I really wanted to. Well, let's see. What's over here? Probably not much. Yeah. You see? Now, if I got access over here, you know, and maybe it would be different. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's too bad. Sometimes there's like an elevator or something that'll take you up there. Oh, okay, I remember this now. Yeah, this is nothing. This is not going to work. Anyways, we go back. Let's see, it wants me to go back here to the forward base, wherever the hell it is. Okay, well, I'll have to go back around. Anyway, let's go ahead and see here. I don't want to go back in there. That could be where the access is, though. Come to think of it. Well, the thing is about here. Nah. No. I'll look it up online and see how we can get to that data later on. For now, let me do this.
Travel route is confirmed.
Let's go home to base real quick. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else for Anton. Big Ward the Genius. I haven't heard Big Ward in a while.
Good evening. Today, Saturday, December 7th, 2024, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support, all the encouragement, all the kind words on this passing of my cousin. And the funeral, it was a funeral, so that's why this is my first video today. Chilling with my family, and now I'm heading to the barbershop to watch the game and get my lineup touched up for an event I'm going to tonight. If the Lord's willing, the creek don't rise. And again, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. Now, which way I'm gonna go with this? So Bobby being at a funeral, reflecting on life, how quickly it can be gone for any of us. It made me think more about what I've been thinking a lot about lately anyway. Something that I'm guilty of doing, and the majority of y'all are guilty of doing as well, that we shouldn't do. Something that we're doing that's hurting us, but it's not hurting other people, but it could be hurting other people if it's people in your life that care about you and love you, but whenever you're doing this, you might be isolating from them, might not want to spend time with them, might not want to be bothered with your loved ones, your wife, your husband, your kids, whatever, because when you do what I'm about to say, it will put you in a state of depression. And when you're depressed, a lot of times, as a human being, you ain't gonna want to be dealing with or be bothered with other people. And I ain't talking about that clinical depression, like when you got some type of chemical imbalance or, where you need medical help. A lot of our depression is not medical. It's not a chemical imbalance. Like me, I battle depression, but it's not chemical based. It's thought based. Believe it or not, a lot of us are dealing with depression. There's more people now than ever that are dealing with depression that has never dealt with depression before. More people are being diagnosed now with depression. And they're turning to artificial means to deal with it, to help them cope, getting blowed, what have you. The epidemic of drug use and abuse has skyrocketed in these last days. That, like I call the last days we're living in. We're living in the last days, the end times, right? So depression is on the rise. Drug abuse, overeating, obesity, bad health, you name it, is on the rise because of the end time we're living in, and it's based on depression. Our thought process, the way we feel and believe and think about things. Your addictions and everything else you're dealing with, your depression, unless it's, and you gotta be careful about these doctors now. They ain't telling you not to go to the doctor, not to trust your diagnosis. But you gotta be careful about these doctors when they tell you something wrong with you. That's all I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave it at that. Be careful about these doctors nowadays when they tell you something wrong with you. I advise you to get a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th opinion when they diagnose you with some shit nowadays. I'm just saying. I ain't saying to go to the doctor, because I go to the doctor all the time. I keep up with what's going on with me. But I'm just saying, you get it. So don't you go kick the bucket and tell my big boy said don't go to the doctor. Don't do that. I'm saying if you go to the doctor and they tell you anything wrong, get a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th opinion if you can. And then go from there and take care of that. But a lot of people are being diagnosed with certain things, especially depression, what have you, like it's a chemical imbalance, when really, what you're doing is what I'm guilty of. And it's caring too much about things that are not important. We care too much about unimportant things. We care too much. And then, when you care too much, and those particular things you caring and wanting and desiring ain't going in your way, that leads to worry. Now you're worrying too much because what you care about ain't working out the way you want it to work out. So now you're worried because you in fear and you hoping this go like this don't happen to my child, don't happen to my mama, don't happen to blah, 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 and you're just going crazy. From caring too much, now you're worrying. Now your worrying has led to depression. Not the chemical depression. I'm talking about just the thought. My depression is based on what I'm thinking at any given time. So, what we gonna do about that? Because your life can be gone just like that. What we're going to do about it is what Jesus says to do about it. Take no thought, which means no worry. Don't worry about what you're going to eat. Don't worry about where you're going to live. Don't worry about your clothes. Don't worry about nothing. Not a damn thing. Because I know we say this a lot, but you can't take it with you. And you leaving this bitch, as my cousin I went to see today has left this bitch. He ain't taking a damn thing. Whatever he worried about while he was here. Whatever he cared about so much that had him worried and in fear and what have you. Whatever that was. Whatever he worked so hard to get. Whatever he wanted and desired for so hard. The way he sacrificed and gave up his time, his energy, his family, whatever. What I just saw today, they ain't put none of that in the ground with him. None of it. All that shit worthless. The only thing went in the ground with him was his body and that casket. Ain't none of us sitting around here caring about a casket, worrying about a casket all day. But from what I saw, that's the only thing that went in that ground with him. If you worried about a man, a woman, your kids, your mama, anybody got you worried and stressed around this bitch. If you ain't sitting around worried about a casket, then you worried about something that ain't going in that hole with your ass when they put that dirt on top of it. The only thing going in that hole with you is a casket. And you. And maybe that suit you got on. But we don't spend our time worried about that. We worried about my mama. We worried about my girlfriend. We worried about my boyfriend. We worried about my husband. We worried about this, blah, 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 blah. The job, the money, just ain't none of that shit going with you. Ain't none of that going with my cousin Boo today. Boo went in that hole by herself. And guess what? When you go, you going by yourself. When I go, I'm going by myself. This car, if I'm worried about it like right now, I'm trying to figure out, it got a little smoke coming to the tail. I done had the motor rebuilt, transmission rebuilt, brand new carburetor with a carburetor about 4 years old now. But I'm saying I done did everything new in this car when I got it. Now a little smoke coming out the tailpipe. It's smoking. Can't figure out why. I ain't finna worry about that shit. I ain't finna worry about it. Once upon a time before I learned I'm on what I'm on right now, I would have worried about, oh Lord, I want to ride my old school, I need this, that, my truck, this, my rig, I gotta get this. They're holding me up on my paperwork, my tag. I want to drive my truck. I want to do this. I want to do that. Fuck all that. Fuck everything.
I hear you have a device.
But this.
What do you mean?
My peace of mind. This right here. This big, beautiful ass head of mine. With this big, beautiful face that God gave me. That's sitting on these shoulders with these guns. This all I'm worried about right here now.
What do you want me to do?
That's all I'm worried about. Keeping this intact. This bitch can smoke like a crackhead. I don't care. If I can't, I'm gonna drive it, hit this interstate, I put some some shit in the oil thing, I'll stop smoke. Even though I shouldn't need that because it's been rebuilt like 3 years ago. My mechanic say it's the carburetor. My point is, I don't give a damn. It can smoke like a crackhead and snoop at a party. I ain't worried about it. Don't give a damn. I'm not worried about it. This pretty ass car of mine don't give a damn about me. It ain't put nothing into me. I put everything into it. That big rig round now I just bought. The one I had before that y'all see me in every day. My Toyota. And a woman, the woman I'm dealing with, my homeboy, whatever. You ain't welcome up here. Don't let nothing, don't extend the welcome mat. You know how you have on your front of your house a little welcome mat? Welcome. Nobody is welcome up here. Nobody and nothing. Nothing and nobody, no circumstance, no happenings, no ideas, nothing is welcome up here that ain't bettering up here. If it ain't bettering up here for you, close the door on it. Boom, slam the door. You ain't coming in here. Problems, worry, fear, bills, women, men, children, cars, clothes, hoes. You're not welcome up here if you ain't finna better what's up here. From now on, from here on out, when you get your ass in that hole, anything that you spent your valuable lifetime on this earth worrying about will not be there with you. So that means it ain't worth you worrying about. Do you get it? Do you hear me now? So I'm gonna get on this interstate, go to this barbershop, enjoy the rest of my day. Thank God I'm still here. I thank God y'all still here. I pray and ask God, help me. And I ask him to help y'all. Help me with what, Big Ward? With everything. God help them with everything they're going through. From Mooch to the lady up there in Atlanta that don't like me, that keep emailing me. God help her, help Mooch, help everybody, including me. Last but not least, help me. I need you. I need your help. I'm Big Ward, but I ain't nothing without my God, without y'all, which is the human being, the human experience. I need y'all. I need my God. But I ain't finna worry about a damn thing. If I do,
displaying all authorized.
Watch how quick I get up out that shit. F it. F it. F it. F it. Life too short. We say that all the time. Life is too short, baby. We don't get a mulligan like on a video game or at golf. If you mess it up, you ain't coming back. The only way to mess this thing up is not by making mistakes. Ain't nothing you can do to not make a mistake. The only way, the only one way, only one way, only one way. I don't care what you were taught, what you were told. I don't care if you sleeping over there in them woods right there. If you done effed up every dime you ever made. If you done lost your whole family from where you just a total screw up, you still ain't messed up. Shit. Only one way to F your life up. And if that, I said that wrong. I'm passionate right now. I'm feeling some type of way. Roll with me. Only one way. From here on out, once you catch this teaching right here and let it soak into your soul, into your mind, you'll realize then the only way to mess your life up is not by making bad choices, making bad decisions, getting with the wrong woman, getting with the wrong man. The only way to screw your life up, to mess your life up, make your life worthless, is to worry about any damn thing. Is to worry about it. Getting with the wrong woman ain't what messed your life up. Losing your job ain't mess your life up. Getting evicted didn't mess your life up.
I'm gonna have
Not
to take the
finishing school
shuttle.
didn't mess your life up.
I don't know where
What messed your life up is when you
when I
worry
get
about
lost.
that shit, because that shit gonna happen to everybody. You worried about some shit that happened to everybody. That's when you screwed your life up. That's when you're a failure. That's when you're a loser. A loser ain't somebody that's done lost things. Because if that's the case, that's all of us. All of us gonna take losses. But the only one of us that are losers are the ones that sit around and dwell on it, wallow around in it, worry about it. Let it destroy us. Let it tear us down. Now you're a loser. Losing your job don't make you a loser. Losing your wife don't make you a loser. Losing your husband don't make you a loser. You just got evicted. You're not a loser. You just got your car repoed. You're not a loser.
Welcome, my lord.
What makes you a loser when you're sitting around worried about that shit? Worried about some shit you can't take with you? Now you're a loser. Now you're a failure. The only way you're a failure in life, if you sitting around here doing what Jesus told you not to do, was worry about stuff that you can't take with you.
So I got rid of that marker, so now I'm going to hopefully
He said, store up riches in heaven, not here. In other words, focus on stuff that's eternal, that can benefit you forever. None of this shit on earth, none of it is permanent. The house you just got put out of, that car you just lost, whatever it is, it wasn't permanent no way. That shit ain't gonna be here forever. That car you just lost, it's got an expiration date. The house you just got evicted out of, it's got an expiration date. Everything on this earth got an expiration date, even your ass. So therefore, don't worry. Ain't none of this shit of no real value. Even your body is borrowed.
Travel route is confirmed.
It's not permanent. Don't even worry about your body. You just got diagnosed with a terminal illness or whatever. Don't worry about your body. It was temporary anyway. Easier said than done. I know if I find out I got something to take me out of here, yeah, that shit gonna bother me. But that don't change the fact, this bitch temporary anyway. People with no health issues, perfectly good health, die. No cancer, no diabetes, no none of that shit. Go out there and get hit by a car, dead. Get caught up in a drive-by that was meant for somebody else, dead. Perfectly good health, can run a marathon. There's people that died today in perfectly good health. They hit my mama bedridden that they told her 4 years ago she had 3 days to live. They told her that 4 years ago she's still living. She's still here. Bedridden, had a massive stroke, but she's still living. Fucked up. And somebody died today while my mom's still living. Somebody died 2 days in perfect health. So even if you got diagnosed with a terminal illness, don't mean shit. Cause we gonna leave this bitch anyway, healthy or full of cancer. You still leaving. So therefore, I tell you, if you can't take it with you, it ain't worth worrying about. Get it, got it, good. Love y'all. Bye.
Big Ward. Yeah, man, life's too short to be worrying about every fucking thing in the world. Oh, geez, no, that's 3 hours, man. No.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hope. Wow.
Today is still Friday, December 6, 2024. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I just stopped to get some gas, right? And I'm in one of the hood stores. And I'm just, even despite what I just saw, I'm still in the hood store because they say you can take the N-word out the hood, but you can't take you can take the N-word out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the N. In other words, the hood's still in after all these years, right? Let's say thank y'all for tuning in. If not, thank y'all for tuning in. My mind's so caught up on what I just saw. And I was done making videos for the day, right? I made 2 today. It's cold. And I'm just leaving my mom's house, visiting my mom. And we got a funeral tomorrow for my cousin who just died suddenly. He had a stroke, right? Young, little older than me, not old, just shows you how fleeting life is, right? Hold on. My bad. So, just show you how fleeting life is. You can be here 1 minute, gone the next. So that's why I try to enjoy my life as much as possible. Try not to worry as much as I possibly can, not worry. but I'm human, right?
Teufel atraus.
So here I am, pulled up to the store, about to get some gas, and all I hear, pop, 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 pop. I'm like, the fuck? So like, I'm looking at two young cats in the middle of the parking lot, just shooting at each other. All these folk around, I'm sitting here, and the cops still ain't got here. And I'm sitting my stupid ass here, don't want to get out. I'm gonna eat. So I'm looking around. I'm like, well, damn. And as I told y'all, I'm really desensitized to this shit. I just saw a shootout. I just said, hey, they gone now. Like, really? Hold on. I'm at the hood store. I'm in the hood.
I'm looking
And the
for
point
a
of this
machine that
video,
can rebuild me.
The Rakata called me the mother.
it brought me back to a video I was watching earlier
I can bring nature.
from a channel I just found. Is it Uncle Big Heart? It's a YouTube channel. It's an older cat out of Louisiana. His name, I think it's Uncle Big Heart, H-A-R-T Heart.
How do I free you?
Is it Uncle Big Heart or Uncle Big Heart, like big and heart, H-A-R-T? Funny old cat, right? And he was talking about an interaction he had with a youngster or young man at a gas station. He said he was getting his gas.
Sorry, but the voices in my head say
And
nothing.
the young man was in the car with somebody and asked him for $3. And he said, hey man, I ain't got $3, I just got a card on me. And he said he started walking towards his car. And said the young man say, we're just getting off the card. And the man said, like, man, I ain't forget less than $20 off the card. I just ain't I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So he said the young man cussed him. He said, hey, F you. But he ain't say the F. I got to be careful what I say on here. He said this is an old cat. Now the man like Uncle Big Heart, check him out on YouTube. I think he on Instagram too. Tell him I sent you. I don't know him from Adam. I just enjoy the content. I just found the channel today and I subscribe. And he said the young man asked him for $3. He didn't give it to him. He said the young man proceeded to cuss him out royally about his money. $3. And then he said the young man asked him like, what's up? Like, yeah, I just cussed out, what you gonna do about it? So he said the young man said, what's up? And the old cat said, nothing, just Jesus. And he was like, help Jesus too. And he was like, man, these youngsters nowadays, they lost their damn mind. That's what made me decide to sit here and make this video while I'm sitting outside. Just got and I ain't got, don't y'all do what I'm doing right now. Instead of me hauling ass, I'm gonna get my gas, and in the meantime, making a video. After these guys just got to shooting out, the police ain't showed up. Folks still pulling up getting their gas. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for mine and take my ass home. I'm to a point where I say, when it's my time to go, I'm going. When I tell y'all I ain't worried about nothing, every now and then I worry about my son, and am I going to live my dreams before I leave this earth? That's about it. I just saw a shootout. Hell, I'd have been shot my goddamn self, But my point is, where I'm going with this topic, the way the young man did him, the young man, and then I'm sitting up here, you know they got cameras everywhere. Well, I don't know if they work. Just I'm in the hood. I'm in Crichton. And they just like, no mask, none of that. I ain't worried about, ain't now one of them get hit. They just, the gun turn sideways, just shoot, ducking down, I'm pulling like, what the fuck? I done just rolled my dumb ass up at you. And even dumber, I ain't gonna say dumb, I'm just used to this shit. I just don't care no more. Back to the young men. And the young men of this generation. The young people of this generation. This is a warning to y'all. Don't be like me. Be like me in certain areas, but don't be like me with this up here at this fucking hood store. I know better. But I also know you ain't going nowhere until it's your time. But don't push your time. Don't rush your time. But when it comes to these disclaimers, what I'm about to say don't apply to all y'all. As a matter of fact, there's plenty of y'all that watch me trying to do better, trying to make it up out the hood, trying not to be like the other ones your age. To y'all that watch me every day, you young men and young women, I say from the age, because them boys are like they're about 17, 18 years old. So I'm going to go from, say, 15 to around the cutoff age around 30. 30 is a little too old. But around 30, from like 15 to 30, in that age range right there, avoid them. I know, big boy, nah, you can't do that, man. You're supposed to reach out and help the youth. You better avoid them. Unless they come, like these youngsters that's on my channel, they reaching out asking for help, or they already doing the right thing. To y'all, I'm telling y'all, if you watching me, listen to me right now, you between the ages of 15 and 30. You in the age group. Do not hang out with other people in your age group, male or female. If you're gonna hang out, be somewhere around folks much older than you. I know you feel out of place, but I remember when I was y'all age, when I was younger, I stayed around older people. I didn't hang around my age. When I was that young, I was around old folks. For that very reason right there. For that very reason. Because whenever a bunch of youngsters gathered up, especially mine, my people, it's finna be some trouble. I don't know what happened to our youth. But then again, yes, I do. Started
my lord,
back in the late 60s, early 70s. It began. The Democrat Party and their socialist programs running fathers out of the home. We're not running them out, giving them an incentive to leave. Because they didn't have to leave. They didn't make the men leave the house, but they gave the women an incentive to let the men go in the black community. And at that point on, with the absence of the fathers, our youth,
if you hadn't become Sith,
the black man, or the black young boys, black young girls,
I always wanted to
we
be a
end up
starship.
with what you see today. We end up with the Sexy Reds. We end up with the Chief Keefs. We end up with the King Von.
A beautiful flower.
Young, brilliant, bright minds out of here, gone.
How about a kiss?
Either life in prison or dead.
Yeah.
And too dangerous to be around. Don't respect elders. I remember a time when I was growing up, and it's still the same for me, and I teach my son this. I couldn't even say yeah or no to an adult. It didn't have to be an old folks, just an adult. I can say, if they ask me a question, I can say yeah, no, I had to say yes ma'am,
Thank you, Ken.
or no ma'am, yes sir, or no sir, or I'll get my ass whooped. These jokers now will cuss an old lady out, cuss an old man out, cuss me out. Unalive me and won't think twice about it.
For the last time.
Not now.
Joe.
This goes out to anybody. Stay y'all ass away from around them youngsters. And to the youngsters, that ain't with that BS. Stay y'all ass around your own age group.
Hey, I got it.
If you're gonna hang out, you better hang out with your parents now. And folk their age, do not hang around your own age group. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
love it out here. It's the one place you can really clear
Anywhere I
your head.
go, where there's
Thanks for
trouble.
playing along.
When it comes to violence, gunplay, unaliving, robbing, you name it, it's youngsters. So much so the way in my hometown right now, Mobile, they got a curfew for youngsters. They ain't got a curfew for everybody.
You're looking a lot better,
Except
that's
for
for
the
sure.
youngsters. Cause they downtown and other places acting the fool. But then you turn right around on this weekend like I told
We
y'all,
were getting a hollow
they
call
still
here.
outside.
Someone named Moff Pyre.
Even though it's a curfew for their age. They still outside walking around naked, drunk, clowning, still shooting out downtown, shooting out right here. Police still ain't came. What happened to my people? I got an idea. For example,
My lord, Moff Valiant.
hold on, y'all. Example. One of the things that happened, the lack of fathers in the home in the black community.
Then you intend to support me.
Another thing that happened is when you have a father in the home, he ain't hit no ish. He's a poor leader. Lead by bad example. Ain't worth a damn. Example, Mooch.
My loyalty to the Emperor.
You've had son for the...
I'm 52. Mooch, around that age too. If he not, he look like it. I don't know if I ever showed y'all a picture. You know, my biggest hater that trolled me and threatened, he got him alive. Talking about he out here at Walmart waiting on me to come. He want to fight me, want to do this, want to do that. A grown ass man. He got kids. Some woman that laid up and let that dude impregnate her. A dude that's trolling a grown man on YouTube. A dude that want to come fight a grown man. I'm 52 years old with a family, a business, and a life.
guessing it
He
takes
want
more
to
than
fight. And I done told him over and over again, you come down here, messing around with Big Ward, I'm going to fire your ass up. Like a fire truck.
I will consult my cop.
The fire hydrant ain't gonna be able to put you out. I'm gonna light you up so. But he got kids. Don't know me from Adam. You either got kids with no father
I know we've
in the house,
I never would have.
or fathers like that. Stupid. Grown ass man. He's somebody's father. Trolling me on YouTube. I done blocked about 10
You can't judge a person by what they were.
accounts of his.
Right,
When
I feel so.
I block one, he'll open another one and say the same shit like I don't know it's him. He has kids. So he's supposed to be raising. If you listening, Mooch, you ought to be ashamed of your damn self. You calling me an Uncle Tom or Sambo, I'm selling out my community. No, you selling out the community because you ain't raising your kids worth a damn, because you on YouTube out here doing dumb shit instead of being a great father figure for your kids. If your kids knew that their father is trolling another grown man on YouTube, what kind of respect they're going to have for you or for me or anybody or the community when you are their leader? You calling me a sellout because I voted for Trump. But you have kids, had a wife. I understand why she left you. You are the type of man that raised these little killers. And I gave you a little respect by saying man, cause you ain't that. That raised these little dudes I just saw shooting out right here. And I still, did they even call the cops? They either have no father or father like you, Mooch. And to you other trolls, same thing. Men and women out here taking the time out of their business schedule.
The things I hear they do to the
Or non-business schedule where they should be someone raising them babies, teaching them something, instilling some values and some respect in them. Instead, you got your old ass,
That's cold.
women and men, out of Atlanta and other places, emailing some dude on YouTube
and laughing,
trolling them all day long, sending nasty messages. I don't like how you do this. I don't like your talk. I don't like what you... These are full-grown adults with families. I know why these kids are out of control. It starts at home. It starts at home. No parents. There are absent, still no parents. They got Mooch for a father. They got the other chick up in Atlanta for a mother. The one I say look like a tranny. I don't know what she is. She said something nice to me. And I don't go on I ain't been on my email in a while. I know she didn't email me anything else nasty since she said something nice to me. So I stopped calling her a tranny. Since she said something nice to me. But the fact that these people are taking time out of their schedule
My lord.
to do immature, silly, dumb shit like that lets me know if they got kids.
I understand you've been busy since
They
I
the
saw
parents to the type of kids I just saw have a shootout in the middle of the parking lot. Didn't care nothing about the innocent bystanders. The interstate right there. One shooting that way toward the interstate, and the other one shooting behind that old Eddie pawn shop back that way. This did happen to me before. I'm caught up in the car fire at Mardi Gras. I'm coming to get in my car, and they run right in front of my car just by this close shooting at each other. Youngsters. When I was growing up, we did this, man. You didn't have to run if you weren't involved in it. You stood there and watched the fight to see a good fight. Didn't nobody run. Now, you see jokers, you see these little youngsters, if they start arguing, pass a few words, you better get going. These youngsters are out of control, and don't blame them. Don't blame them. We dropped the ball. I'm saying we because I'm in that generation and older. Because my father dipped on me. I was out there in them streets doing my thing. Because I was raised by a woman. I was too big at the time for that little old lady to keep me from doing what the hell I wanted to do. My father gone. Through the grace of God, I survived my own downfall. The fathers, we let the youth down and want to turn around and act like we don't know what happened. We happened. Mooch, you happened. Leave me alone and raise your damn kids. Get your punk ass off YouTube and raise them babies. Don't let them grow up to be another statistic. Don't worry about what Big Ward talking about. Don't worry about who Big Ward voted for. We need you. We need me. And the fathers and the mothers out here listen to me right now. We got to raise these babies. They are the ones who are terrorizing the country. Black community, don't matter what community. It's the youngsters. You calling me a sellout, Uncle Tom, talking about the Klan and racism and discrimination and all this type of Trump or racist and blah, blah, blah. I ain't worried about Trump. I ain't worried about Billy Bob. I ain't worried about Jethro. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm worried about Pookie and Ray Ray, who just had this shootout in this parking lot right here.
I am the veil. No,
while I'm trying to get some gas and go home and finish watching the football, I just left my mom sitting with my bedridden mom.
Still,
they could have been out of here just like that. My heart ain't skipped a beat. Ain't nothing. Cause from where I'm from, I'm so used to that foolishness. Well, I'm traumatized and I have PTSD. That shit don't even bother me. In the middle of a shootout.
Give us control of your
I didn't even duck because I'm seeing which way they were shooting. They ain't shooting this way. How crazy is that? But I done been so subjected to this shit, it don't
You seem
bother.
to have made a mistake.
That is what the Lola. Why settle for our resort? What does your
But even me,
simply send?
I know better than to hang around them youngsters. Again, this is not all youngsters. I ain't tell y'all to be wary of all youngsters, because there's a lot of them that watch my channel right now that's
Will give
looking
me
for
the
guidance,
CN12, and
want
you
to do
will serve
things the
me.
right way,
We will give you
trying to
the
make a better
CN12.
life for themselves, want to go to
We
school,
will serve
truck
you.
driving,
Please,
asking me about
let
trades
us
to
join
get
your
into.
cult.
I'm talking about youngsters. I'm telling y'all youngsters, stay y'all ass
It would be
away
an honor.
Thank. Here is the seat.
from people your age, 15 to 30. This go for everybody. People my age,
Enough
stay
of that
away
shit.
from them.
Force
I know.
persuade.
Nah, big wall, you supposed to reach out and help them. It ain't too late. You go
So
try to
I
help them.
acquired a
That what you do.
resource versus killing
You
them.
take your
And I
goddamn
still
looking
got
ass
what I
down in the
wanted.
hood where I'm at right now, and you come on down here trying to help them. I'm getting the hell away from them.
Ah, baby.
I know what time it is. When Hillary Clinton said, super predators, and y'all start hollering about she's a racist, I'm telling you, they super
I
predators.
can't push the box down on the
Don't
ground.
care nothing about nobody, nothing, not even themselves. Crash out at the drop of a dime. Don't care nothing about no consequences. See, you will hold back on doing stuff because you don't want to go to prison or you want to live. They don't think about none of that until it's too late. Then they get in prison and they be right at home. So, my age and older,
Vehicle paths
stay
are
y'all ass
currently
away
open for
from them
business.
them
Have a
15
safe
to
and
30.
pleasant stay.
Unless you know them. If you are 15 to 30, stay and you ain't no troublemaker. You trying to make something out yourself. You want to go to college. You want to go to the military. You trying to be something. Stay your ass away from your own age group. Or they gonna drag your ass in the mud. As the saying go, a bullet ain't got no name, but I'm already here. While I'm sitting here, they shooting where I'm going. I know when I see where the bullet's coming from, don't move. That's just something I learned. That's another reason why I ain't run. You don't want to run into the direction of the fire. You run when you don't know where the fire's coming from. I'm looking at where they're shooting. I'm not finna move and run right into the crossfire. I'm looking at them. So people that's wondering, why you ain't move? Why you crazy? Nah, I'm actually experienced of being in gun battle. So anyway, I just wanted to tap in with y'all on that, man. Be careful out here. Especially on these youngsters. And call me on Uncle Tom, sell out, whatever. The young, my people. We got a long way to go. We done been through a lot. I know, we traumatized, especially the black male. The black female too. You talk about, now they ain't doing all the shooting, but them young black females,
Lord, how did the meeting with the veil?
they turning. In the hood, what we mean by turning,
The veil was 3
they
people,
throwing.
but I made them
I'm talking about,
series.
they were at the drop of a dime.
3 people?
I feel sorry.
Stick around.
Stay as long.
If you got a young black female in the high school age or middle school that's having to go to school right now, you can have a great child. If you got a good child, a good kid, they on her ass. Picking on her. Messing with her. I have a lady friend who got a daughter. Stay getting kicked out of school for fighting. She ain't starting to fight. But she don't play the radio. She fights back. She don't take no bullying and getting picked on. She don't do that. And whenever I see what didn't happen and find out what didn't happen, I tell my lady friend, don't be mad at her. She doing just the world we living in. This is the society we living in. The schools have failed. Nobody control them. The adults ain't worth a damn. They don't get a check. I'm looking at this lady run back and forth to the school, telling them about, hey, these girls picking on my daughter. They effing with my daughter. They calling my house. They coming by my house. I'm telling you what they doing. It's not my daughter, it's them. Well, they don't do nothing. So that's why I say I feel sorry for you got school-age kids nowadays. Through the grace of God, even though my son autistic and has seizures, I'm able to afford for him to be homeschooled. I don't know what I would do if my son had to go to school with these super predators. We got kids down here in Mobile, a dead-ass, slow-ass Mobile, Alabama, shooting up schools here. It ain't no outside of the well, one of them old crazy, like y'all with the assault rifle. These kids fighting at school, got the gun with them at school. Oh, Lord. Help us, is all I can say. Be careful out here, especially around these youngsters. I know you want to help them. I want to help them, but I'm going to help them from here. The ones who reach out to me and won't help, don't be, as the Bible say, don't force your pearls on the swine, or don't waste your pearls on the swine. What that mean is, don't give help to somebody that don't want it. Don't waste your time trying to help people that don't want your help. Stay your ass away from them folk. They'll hurt you before you can help them. When it comes to these youngsters, they have no respect for nobody, not even themselves. And listen to the youngsters. I ain't talking about all y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking about, cause you having to avoid them too. Your own age group, you can't hang around them. If you're smart, you know you better not hang around them. I'm telling y'all too, to the respectful, mannerable, 15 to 30-year-olds who out here trying to do something with their lives, going to school, whatever, working,
Let me know when
whatever you doing, you trying to be positive, stay y'all ass away from your own age group. Listen to me, if you ain't never listened to nothing else I tell you, listen to that. If you're 18 or 15 or 30, you're doing the right thing, trying to stay out of trouble, trying to find your way in life, want to have something, and do the right thing, stay away from your own age group. Or you're going to regret it. Get it, got it, good. Bye.
All right, guys. Thank you, Big Ward. Yeah, kids are fucked up nowadays, but for a lot of different reasons. Too many to really consider, in all honesty. It's sad. If I had kids, man, oh man, I'd be worried. I got to go take care of some business and get something to eat. Thank you for watching. We're going to end it at 52 minutes. It's been interesting so far, this character. But we'll continue later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.